Have you ever caught yourself scrolling through your phone, looking at someone's picture of perfect life and suddenly feeling like you are somehow losing at everything? Like they have got a dream job, the flawless outfit, the fancy vacation, and you are over here like, cool, I forgot to water my plant again. Hi everyone, so glad you're all with me today because I am spilling how I have been shaking off this comparison trap that keeps sneaking in and messing with my head. It leaves me feeling like I'm not enough. And I'm done with that. I have got some stuff that is working for me and I want to share them with you guys today. Okay, so let's just lay it out there. Comparing ourselves to others is something we all do. I don't care who you are. At some point, you have looked at someone else and thought, why is my life not that smooth? For me, it used to hit hard when I would see friends posting about their big wins, like a promotion or a fancy vacation, while I was just trying to make enough to cover my bills every day. It's not that I wasn't happy for them. I was, but there was this little voice in my head going, hey, what's wrong with you? Why aren't you there yet? And honestly, that voice sucked the joy out of everything. So why do we do this to ourselves? I think part of it is just human nature. We wired to look around and see how we stack up. Nowadays, it's all about stuff like Instagram likes and cool posts, and it's way too easy to get sucked in. Social media doesn't help. It's like a non-stop show of everyone's best moments. You don't see the mess behind the scenes, just the shiny stuff they want you to see. And that's where it gets tricky. Putting your real chaotic life up against someone else's filtered highlight reel. I remember this one time I was scrolling through my feed and I saw this friend from high school. She had just bought a house, a gorgeous, a legit house. Meanwhile, I was renting a tiny apartment where the Wi-Fi barely worked. I spiraled hard that day thinking, she's got it all figured out. And I'm still over here trying to adult. But then I found out later, she had been stressing about the mortgage and hadn't slept in weeks. Point is, I was comparing my whole story to her one shiny moment, and that's not fair to either of us. So how do we stop? First up, catch yourself in the act. You have got to notice when that comparison bug bites. For me, it's usually when I'm tired or bored. Like, I would pick up my phone to kill time, and next thing I know, I'm deep in someone else's life feeling like a loser. Now when that happens, I try to pause and go, okay, what is really going on here? I'm just bored, stressed, hungry. Half the time, I realize it's not even about them. It's about me, needing a break or a snack. Calling it out like that takes the power away from it. Another thing I have started doing is flipping the script. Instead of letting someone else's win make me feel small, I use it as fuel. If my friend is killing it at her job, I would think, that's awesome. Maybe I can learn something from her. It's not about copying her life. It's about letting her success remind me what is possible. It turned that jealous vibe into something productive, and honestly, it felt way better. But here's the real game changer for me. Focusing on my own lane. It sounds cheesy, like some motivational poster. But trust me, when I started paying more attention to what I want, not what everyone else is doing, I stopped caring so much about the comparison trap. I started this little habit to help with that. I write down 3 things every day that I'm proud of or that made me happy. It's just a way to remind myself that my life has got its own wins, even if they don't look like anyone else. And let's talk about social media for a hot second, because that's a comparison central. I used to follow all these people who made me feel like I was doing life wrong. So I did a cleanup. I unfollowed anyone who made me feel less than. Not out of spite, just self-preservation. Now my face is full of people who keep it real or inspire me without making me feel bad. It's not about cutting people out. It's about curating what I let into my head. Another thing I have learned, everyone is putting on a show a little. Seriously, you think that person with a perfect grid has it all together? No. They're probably stressing about something too. Maybe they are stretching things or scrambling to keep up. Like my cousin, she started this cute little baking business, and her pics online make it look like a dream. But behind the scenes, she has been stressing over late night orders, struggling supplier mix-up, and worrying if she will even break even some months. I saw that and thought, okay, we are just figuring it out, one messy moment at a time. That has been a big one for me, realizing no one has got a secret sauce, so why am I stressing? Next thing I want to say, here's a practical one that has been clutch. Give yourself permission to suck sometimes. I used to beat myself up if I didn't measure up. Like if I skipped a workout while my friends were training for a marathon. But now I'm like, cool, she's doing her thing and I'm doing mine. I'll get back to it when I'm ready. Letting go of that needs to be on all the time has been huge. Life is not a race against everyone else. It's more like a solo hike where you set your own pace. And you know what else helps? talking to people. I started opening up to my friends about this. Like, hey, I saw your post and got a little jealous. Turns out they feel the same way sometimes. One of my besties admitted she envies how chill I am about stuff. Why I'm over here wishing I had her thrive is what how we are secretly comparing. But when you say it out loud, it loses its grip. Plus, it makes you closer because you are being real with each other. I've also been trying to zoom out a bit. In the grand scheme of things, does it matter if someone's got a nice car or more followers? Not really. I started asking myself, will this work me in 5 years? Most of the time, the answer is no. It's like when I got worked up over a coworker's fancy new office, 2 weeks later, I didn't even care. Keeping that perspective helps me shut it up faster. One last thing, and this is big. Celebrate other people without dimming your own light. I used to think cheering for someone else meant I was admitting I lost, but that's not it at all. Now when someone is killing it, I'm like, yes, go you. And it doesn't take anything away from me. Like when my cousin launched her little business, I was genuinely stoked for her. And it didn't mean my own wins was legit. There's room for all of us to shine. And that's been a huge mindset shift. So that's where I'm at with this whole comparison thing. It's not like I have got it all figured out. I still catch myself slipping sometimes. But these little tricks, they are working. I'm happier focusing on my own stuff and I'm not as rattled by what everyone else is up to. So what about you? Do you ever get stuck in that comparison loop? What has helped you snap out of it? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear your take. And if you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. You know your support means the world to me and it motivates me to create more videos. Maybe share it with a friend who gets it. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Let's keep figuring things like this out together. I will see you in the next video. Bye!